In the heart of Russia, along the majestic currents of the Volga River, lies a story of hope, hardship, and heritage. A tale of a community that flourished against the odds, only to face a fate that would scatter its legacy to the winds of history. This is the story of the Volga Germans, the lost community of Russia. Join us as we unfold the chapters of their remarkable journey, from their rise to their fall, and explore the enduring spirit of a people who sought a dream in the vastness of the Russian plains. The saga begins in the mid-18th century with a bold decree by Empress Catherine the Great. Seeking to develop the vast, untamed lands of the Russian Empire, she extended an invitation to Europeans, promising them liberty, land, and a new life on the banks of the Volga River. Among the many who heeded this call were the Germans, motivated by desires for religious freedom, escape from military conscription, and the promise of fertile lands. Braving the unknown, these pioneers embarked on a grueling journey, arriving to transform the wilderness into a patchwork of thriving colonies. Through sheer determination and agricultural prowess, they turned the harsh steppes into bountiful wheat fields, becoming known as the breadbasket of the region. Over time, these Volga German communities blossomed, preserving their language, traditions, and Lutheran and Catholic faiths, creating a vibrant tapestry of cultural identity. There is something strange with Germans, as they always tend to organize themselves very efficiently, and the Volga Germans were no exception. Their communities were the richest, produced the most, and looked the best. They came from nothing and really made something. This, however, was also their downfall, as a rich neighbor often breeds jealousy, especially in Russia when everybody is used to being dirt poor, and when the hard times came, then they were gladly rounded up by authorities. So as the winds of change swept through Russia, the Volga Germans found themselves caught in the storms of history. The outbreak of World War I and the subsequent Russian Revolution brought about a wave of nationalism and suspicion towards non-Russian ethnic groups. The privileges once granted by Catherine the Great were revoked, and the Volga Germans faced increasing marginalization. The situation reached a tragic climax in 1941 under the iron fist of Joseph Stalin. Amidst the paranoia of World War II, the Volga Germans were falsely accused of collaborating with the Nazis. In a swift, brutal campaign, Stalin ordered their mass deportation to labor camps in Siberia and Central Asia. Families were torn apart, and the once flourishing settlements were left to wither. This marked the end of the Volga German Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic, erasing a vibrant chapter of the Volga River's history. The hardships endured by the Volga Germans in exile were immense. Stripped of their belongings and rights, they fought for survival in the harsh conditions of forced labor camps. In the years following Stalin's purges, many Volga Germans sought new beginnings. As they were forbidden to return to their lands around Volga, then waves of emigration led them to the shores of Germany, the Americas, and beyond, seeking to rebuild their lives. And so the Volga German settlements have faded into the pages of history, yet their story remains a powerful warning for those who seek the better life. Be very careful about where you decide to live. If a country has a history of treating its people horribly, then chances are that you or your offspring will end up getting the same treatment.